break, you had some fun. Last week we were in Chicago. We're going to be back there at the end of June. We'll be finalizing those arrangements. So please be thinking about who you may know in Chicago. It's going to be towards the end of the month. And we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do at least half a day and kind of do a wellness fair and invite everyone in so they can invite all of their clients in, because we got a lot of folks up there that own salons and doctors and things like that. So it's going to be fun. We'll get the details worked out to you, but give some thought to that market. It's probably going to be an all-day Saturday, and we'll do some sort of dinner Saturday night that everybody will be invited to. So just keep that in mind. But April's got a training for you that she's going to do. But first thing I want to do is introduce Ashlyn Whitaker. And, over the last couple of months, April and I have gotten to know Ashlyn better. Over the last few months, you may have heard me comment in Nashville. I felt like I was going to get in a lot of trouble because I made her cry one time, but it was good tears. That there's joyful tears and then there's bad tears. This happened to be good, but I just thought I was dead after that. That was it. Like, Bobby made Ashlyn cry, but we were going over our training in Nashville, and some of you may have been there for that. And anyway, Ashlyn was nice enough to be a sounding board for it, as we were getting close to the date. And this one particular run through, after that, I felt like I owed her for life. I'm like that. I'm not in business to make a nice lady cry. That is not my thing. But because it was good tears, I let it go. But Ashlyn is she's one of the directors, the North American sales marketing directors in the company, and really helps facilitate things, put things together, motivate people, all kinds of good stuff. Make sure we don't forget what's going on, make sure we don't forget what's coming up, all of that kind of stuff. She's always monitoring. If you were on early, you heard her say she's been refreshing the volume, watching me and April, because we're about to hit the South Africa trip, and she wants to be the first to know and the first to announce it. Well, she had the opportunity to do that with Kenneth last week with the Rise Retreat. Although I not only last week, but you had a call for Catalina, and April and I weren't invited on it. I don't get it. It's like,
Yeah.
we didn't get invited. The whole upline of Catalina wasn't invited. I'm like, what the heck? It was like, Ashlyn, you got to check on that one. None of us were invited to it, But
In my defense, I was at a school function for my kids. In my defense,
so you were not involved.
I was not.
But anyway, she does a great job. And tonight, and after she finishes, I encourage you, if you have some questions about how it works, because she's going to go through the new discount coupons, and how to use them with customers, how to use them with consultants. We all have one to use. If we didn't use it right now, we got to use it by the end of the month. But there's an art to doing that. There's, let's just say, a trick to doing it. There's a way to doing it. You don't just give it away for the sake of giving it away. It's like giving away your own money when you do that. So there's an art to it. And Ashlyn, if I know you've been doing these calls for other teams, if you picked up anything from other teams with the way they've been utilizing it or how they've been utilizing it, please share. So Absolutely. How about a nice hand for Ashlyn Whitaker, please? Show her some love.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Ashlyn. It's all yours.
I'm so happy to be with you guys here tonight. When Bob was saying that, Memorial Day weekend, I'll be honest, so I have 4 children, ages 9 to 18. And those of you who have kids, I lovingly refer to it as May-cember, because typically December is like the hustle, it's so crazy with so much. And I'm here to say May might just top it for parents. It is so crazy. And for the last month, it has been nonstop. And so Saturday, I slept until 3 p.m. which like never happens. And I clearly just needed to sleep. So this weekend, I really did. I unplugged, I checked out, and it was so needed. And it sounds like a lot of you too, getting through Maycember. So yes, I am here to kind of go over three things really, but discount codes is one of them. And then remind you all, I hope some of you, if not all of you, were able to either get on our live call last Monday with Steve and Kristen. But if not, you were able to watch the replay of that call on last week's Momentum Tuesday in the US Life Vantage Facebook consultants group. So Steve and Kristen, we did a special call. Steve was featured in Newsweek, and Life Vantage was featured in Newsweek. So wanted to go over that. And then of course, our LTO flavors of cherry limeade and peach nectarine. Have any of you ordered them? And if you have you gotten them? Okay, what are your thoughts? First, cherry limeade. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, I got a thumbs up from Rhonda, thumbs up from Fred. Cherry limeade is my favorite. I told Tyler and Lisa Barnes, I said, you guys have got to knock it off. And they were like, what do you mean? And I said, you can't keep creating these out of the park flavors as LTOs and then take them away. I said, do you know the battle I have to face every day for lemonade? Like, do you have any idea? And then it was pineapple coconut, pina colada. And I had that battle.
We found someone that had a stash on that one and bought a chunk of it.
You did? Because I know that was one of your guys' favorites, the pineapple coconut, the pina colada. You love that one. So cherry limeade, I loved lemonade, and cherry limeade for me has even topped that. So wanted to go over that. And then peach nectarine.
We had that with Brandon's
What do you guys think about that?
Was fabulous. That one's good.
Isn't it so good? I know. I don't have the decaf as much because I like my
Well, that's the only thing I would have done is add caffeine to it.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, I would drink the peach nectarine more if it had caffeine.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are the three things that I kind of wanted to go over. And Bob or April, I don't know if are you guys able to give me sharing capabilities? Because I just wanted to kind of show where you guys can really quick find these three information on these three topics.
Awesome. So she's a co-host, yeah.
Just the co-host, so you should be able to do it. Yep.
Perfect. Can you see it okay? So I put in the chat. So I am finding all of this on hub.lifevantage.com. We call this out weekly on our Momentum Tuesday calls. We also on our Momentum Monday emails, but the hub really is so awesome. We do say it's your one-stop shop. And so all I did is I went to the hub. This is the main page, scroll down a little bit. And these are the three things that I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. And it's very top here. So discount codes. You guys know that this is new for Life Vantage. So every new consultant that enrolls on an enrollment pack receives 3 customer discount codes that expire 7 days after receiving, and 3 consultant discount codes that expire. So you have those your enrollment month plus 1, right? So if I enrolled today, my consultant discount codes would be valid or active the rest of this month plus June. And then on last week's call, just like Bob mentioned, Kristen gave every existing consultant 1 consultant discount code. So going back to, first of all, if you go to the hub.lifevantage.com, you click on read more. This is a full breakdown of how of the customer or the discount code program. How do you find if you have discount codes still available? And this amazing video that Kristen did on that, how to find your discount codes. So these are the following packs that come with discount codes. So enrollment packs there. So again, just a really quick at your fingertips for discount codes is just right here. And when it comes to the discount codes, you know, I've seen so many people using them social media wise, but here's the trick. You don't want to post the discount code on your feed or your stories, right? You can post that you have it and maybe blur out the discount code. But what you really want is you're wanting to attract that engagement. Like Bob was saying, you don't just want to throw out, free money. First of all, most of you only have one right now, consultant. And second of all, this is about building relationships. So you don't want to give what's the saying? Maybe you guys know what I'm saying. You don't want to give I'm going to butcher it. I don't know, the eggs before the hen. I don't really know what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. You don't want to give away the whole thing. And so again, I've seen it be so positive when we have consultants that will share it on social media, or you could even share it in a text. I have a special 10% off coupon. Text me or give me a call. Is there a time that we could chat? I only have one left, and use it that way. But for sure, don't post the code because you're wanting to create that engagement with these new people who are interested, right? So going back, the other thing that is great here, so if I click on read more under Newsweek, our marketing team, you have shareables here that you guys can use on social media. You can text them. It's awesome because you have these shareables in your app as well. So not only you read the Steve 5 Q&A, you are able to purchase a physical Newsweek copy, which I would highly suggest you do and use it as a tool to help build your business, to help build belief in the company and in our products. So I would really encourage you to do that. And again, shareables, it's all right here. And these shareables are so great. I'm sure so many of you maybe have shared them or have seen them be shared on other LifeVantage consultants. Hold on, what did I do? I think I clicked out of it too fast. But there's how many here? 5, 6, 7, 9 shareables that you can choose from and share. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about going back our new Axio LTO flavors. Again, we have incredible shareables. And I hope you guys have been seeing the LifeVantage Instagram and Facebook pages. They have done such a fun job of kind of that retro 90s vibe that's trending right now all over. They've really captured that and put it with our LTO Axio flavors. So you've got people, the actors on rollerblades, and it's just a really fun marketing campaign that is perfect for summer. So perfect and fun. It's going to be scroll stopping on social media. You can also share these via text and in Facebook Messenger, things like that, but just really, really fun. And wanting to reiterate that LTOs mean limited time offer. When they're gone, they're gone. And you guys know the drill. We talked about it with all of these LTO flavors, and we even, the True Pout, which if you guys love that, I've got to. Anyway, LTO things, when they are gone, they're gone. So if peach nectarine or cherry limeade or a mixture of both is your jam, you've been warned, right? So just make sure that you are jumping on getting those while they are still available. Oh, Bob, I think you might be on mute.
Nope, I'm good. I was just making sure you're done. Does anyone have any questions for Ashlyn in regards to these 3 topics?
And Fred asked, so the discount codes are for US only. So I know that it's being worked on to open this up for other markets, but the discount code program is only for US at this time. That's probably not the answer you were looking for, but it is the answer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was aware of that. But I was just making the statement for other Canadians, and Canadians get the
I see
recording
what you're saying.
because I get the phone call.
Yeah.
Because this
Yeah.
is recorded, it gets posted, then they hear it, and
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you.
Canadian.
But we can't wait to get them.
Yeah, so sorry, but it is true. That is a US program right now.
Any
but
questions for
actively in work.
Ashlyn? Zuma?
What was that?
So we got a discount coupon. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I used it. So yes. Are
Hey.
we going to get one next month?
So I cannot confirm that. It has not been disclosed to me. So absolutely use the one that you have, Zoomla. Did I say that right? Congratulations on using that. And you guys know that this discount code does expire May 31st at 11:59 Mountain Time, right? So just before midnight. But yeah, congratulations. And I don't know at this time. I do know that we have like knock your socks off good promos in the next month or so. So one thing, as we talk about closing the month or opening the month, so I've danced my whole life. And one thing that was shared with me, and I think it applies so much to this, and it was shared with me by an incredible choreographer, well-renowned national choreographer and dancer himself and teacher. And he said, the end of your step is the beginning of the next. And basically what he was saying is it's a whole feel and energy. And oh my gosh, am I going to be so embarrassing if I stand up and like show
Go for
what
it.
I'm
Do
doing?
it.
Okay, guys, here we go. So just take an ensemble, right? And what he was saying was dancers who dance with the step being the period. He said, don't dance as if there were a period, so you'd come here. And then he said the whole energy, because you ended with a period, you stopped it. And he said, change your shift. That end, so to speak, is the beginning of the next step. And he said, don't dance with periods. And I've been thinking about this a lot on how this translates to sharing and network marketing. And when we talk so heavily on closing the month, opening the month, close and open without any periods. Don't use a period. It is a transition. The end of one month flows into the beginning of the next. And so even though I kind of disclosed that like we've got stuff planned next month, don't end this month with a period. Keep going. It transitions, it flows to the next month. So again, like the choreographer said to me, stop dancing as if you were coming to the end of a sentence. It's a comma, and go on.
One of the things we've always said, Ashlyn, is the greatest opportunity to increase your volume is from the 1st to the 5th. And it ties in with what you just said. It's all of a sudden the pay period's over, you made your rush, and it's like everybody's off until the subscriptions go out on the 5th, and then that's kind of ringing the bell to start again. And there's 5 days there, a lot of times that can be wasted, and not everybody, I'm just saying though, that is a big opportunity that flows right into what you were just saying.
And I honestly, Bob and April did not invite me or pay me to come on here and say this. I am saying this because I see data, I see numbers. I've been working with them a short time. It's just been over a year. But they have shown me, I cannot think of better leaders to prove this point. Bob and April are not leaders who, how do you put it? Put all kinds of volume in and fluff things up and then don't maintain it. When they hit ranks, they've hit it, they really don't go backwards. And so that, I feel like that fits in perfectly, of the end of a month to the beginning. It's all one, it's continuous. And like you said, Bob, don't waste those 5 precious days at the beginning of the month. Don't waste them. Because one thing that Bob and April are doing is, we talked about them qualifying for South Africa. And again, it's not a matter of they're not going to be executive leaders, it's the fact of they have this goal. They want to check that goal off to move on to the next goal. And it's so admirable that they were like, no, we want to do this as soon as we can because we have other goals to accomplish. And it's really cool to see. And they are leaders that really don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. And so it's very commendable.
Well,
And
I'll send you your check tomorrow for that.
I know, I was gonna say, it sounds like you like paid me, but you
Is
did it.
anyone got any other questions? Ashlyn is kind enough to be with us after hours, so if you got a question, ask, otherwise we're gonna let her go.
Hey, Ashlyn, I have a question. It's Alex Ibarra, and just
Yeah.
to go to Bobby. But so in California, we're having a hard time finding a Newsweek. I found 5 copies and bought 4. Now I want to yell. I want to spread it. I want to show. How can I incorporate this magazine in my back pocket physically to show others, or to show where we're at and how we're coming about it? And we're on Newsweek. I mean, I just like an idea. Like, I want to carry it, but I can't always carry a magazine around. Or verbally, do I just tell people? Like, how can I use that as momentum, I guess, to strive?
Yeah, do you want me to tackle that first, Bob?
Yeah,
and
go
then
ahead,
do in
Ashlyn, yes,
April?
please.
Yeah, so that's where I would very much heavily utilize the shareables. What the
say that,
marketing
yep.
program, what the marketing team has done is, again, we know that it's not feasible. Not everyone is going to carry around Newsweek in your back pocket, especially not women, because women's clothing doesn't have pockets. Gosh dang it. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we're not going to be carrying around that magazine. And so what they've done is really tried to take and highlight and do bite-sized pieces of it. But also through the app, you do have the full article at your fingertips. So if you have someone that is wanting more, you do have it to be able to share socially and digitally.
Yeah, the shareables are the perfect answer to that question. Anyone else?
I don't think there's a person I've come across that I haven't just told.
Yeah,
Let's just put it out there. I mean, all you have to do is read the title, innovative science in 2024. Wow. I mean, who doesn't want to hear that?
It's so true. And honestly, please take this for don't read too much into this because I'm not trying to be super polarizing, but we do kind of have COVID to thank for the awakening of people, nationwide, to be like, oh my goodness, I need to be more preventative, and not just reactive. And so again, I'm not trying to be polarizing or anything, but because that was such a global thing, it really put preventative healthcare and, the aging process and all of that to the forefront of the world's mind. This isn't just Florida or United States, it's literally the world. And so again, you have an article like what we have in Newsweek. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
no, I agree. That's the perfect icebreaker. If you're looking to bring something up, it's a perfect, did you hear the news?
Yep.
We're part of the feature story on the cover of Newsweek. We're one of those companies, and it's a great icebreaker. Anyone else got anything for Ashlyn?
Speaking of me keeping tabs, there's someone else on this call that I've been keeping tabs on multiple times a day that is like a sneeze away from Rise Retreat. This person might know who I'm talking about. She might know who I'm talking about, but yeah, she's super close.
I would say Catalina.
What? You said it, not me.
'Cause we watch her closely too.
9 out of 10 in roll tracks right now.
Catalina. We can't
And
wait.
that might sound creepy, like we're watching. We are watching in the most non-creepy way, in the most supportive, loving, encouraging way. Just like when I texted Kenneth and I was like, oh my gosh, you just hit it.
Well, thanks for taking time out of your evening for us. We appreciate it, Ashlyn.
My pleasure. Thanks so
And
much.
we'll be talking to you more before the month ends, so we'll see you again.
Absolutely. Okay, happy end of month.
Thank
Don't treat
you.
it like an end of a sentence.
Well, I'm not kicking you off. You're welcome to hang out, but April's going to start her training now. You can do whatever you want.
Awesome. Thanks you
Thanks
guys
so much,
so much.
Ashlyn.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Go ahead, April. It's all yours.
All right. How's everybody doing? That was a lot of good news, a lot of good stuff.
Absolutely, good
A
stuff.
lot of momentum on our team. We're super, super excited about it. I want to talk about some end of the month ideas. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And here we go. That's the right one. Okay, yeah. So let's play full screen. Okay, so we're going to talk about end of the month. Some of this you may know, some of this you may not. Some of this we need to know for our new people. You know, as we continue to grow, we need to be on top of helping our new people because they don't know what we know. We've been around for a while. So this is just your sales volume. We all know 300. If they're below that, they may only need 200. A little chart that I keep this chart right on the cover of my computer on my screen so that I can look at it because, you know, a lot of times we're still going back to, you know, using the pro whatever numbers. So a lot of times I have to double check, make sure the maximum volume rule is correct and stuff. So make sure this is handy if you don't have it all memorized at this point. You know, 14 positions is a lot more to memorize than just 9. And I guess because for us it was only 6 years. I can't imagine those in the company that are around 15 years. It must feel like they're relearning everything again. So this is important that you keep this so that you can help others as they come along. Because some people get off to a really quick start. They have, you know, just consultants. They don't have the customers. Some different things go on. So we need to stay aware of that. Okay. The back office has been redone quite a bit. And there are some areas that you can really help your business. One of the main ones is this unsuccessful subscription report. And this is under your business. You go under your business and in the back it says reporting. And all of this is going to pull up. And I pull up this unsuccessful subscription report because that's actually where anybody's credit card that either expired, got compromised. That seems to happen every other month with people. I mean, a lot of credit cards getting compromised these days where, I mean, there's some fraud. So they had to call up the credit card company and, you know, eliminate that card, get a new card. And then when LifeVantage goes to run that subscription again, it doesn't run. So if you go look there, you will be able to see whose orders did not run. So this is great stuff, you know, from like the 26th on. This is the stuff you want to be looking at because it's real easy to call that person up. And I just say, you know, hey, you know, your subscription didn't run. And you can do this a few times during the month, but we tend to do it more at the end of the month. And just let them know that their subscription didn't run. Probably your credit card got compromised or something. I know sometimes people don't have the credit limit or they don't have the money in the bank. And I know all that stuff, but I always just say, hey, you know, your card probably got compromised or, you know, it just didn't run for one reason or the other. Maybe your credit card needs to be renewed. So this is an area, and you can play around in this whole back area. There's a lot of cool stuff. But there's a few areas that I always look. The one below it too, canceled subscriptions. If somebody canceled their subscription, and sometimes it can just be, you know, particularly this time of the year, maybe they want to wait for 2 weeks and now all of a sudden they've got extra product. They didn't take their collagen with them, whatever went on. Well, you know, I don't really ever want their subscription canceled. I would really like it just moved out. You know, if we have to skip 2 weeks or we have to skip a month or whatever. So if somebody cancels their subscription because they don't know any better, they don't know what else to do, you know, I just want to go have a conversation, make sure they're okay. And they'll probably tell you, well, I have an extra 2 weeks of product, or I didn't quite need my product, or I have an extra month laying around or whatever. I want to put it in my calendar to make sure that they do get back on subscription, even if they don't need it. So rather than let months go by where you don't even know the person's not on subscription anymore, because I can tell you people get out of habits pretty quickly. And if they're taking our product every day, they're taking collagen, you know, once a day, and then all of a sudden they stop taking it, they really get out of habit doing that. And luckily the collagen, you know, they'll notice the results after a while, but you really don't want to lose all that volume. So make sure that you're looking at cancel subscriptions and particularly the unsuccessful subscription, because like I said, there's a lot of credit cards that are being compromised these days. It's just, you know, a lot of fraud on the internet and stuff. So we need to just go ahead and double check that a lot. The other one that we need to talk about, and this is where you can help your people, you know, your personal sales. We all know what our gem rank is, what we're going for. We've talked about maybe even the kind of money we could make. But this is where you can help yourself, particularly at the end of the month, with watching your organization's gem ranks. You know, if they're somewhere close to the next gem rank, you want to encourage them to be able to, you know, go out and get that extra customer so that they can go up to the next level. Because take this, you know, if somebody, I think the next slide, yeah. So you can see the kind of money, and we talk about this slide a lot, and we talk about it in our opportunity, and we talk about what you make on a bottle of collagen. But you know, if you've got like 500, if you make it into that 500, you make it into Onyx, you've got 500 in sales, you know, that's an additional $25. So not a lot, but you know, someone gets up to Emerald, you know, like we've got a brand new lady, she's, you know, halfway between Emerald, we're gonna you know, help her get to Sapphire. You know, just in Emerald, that's another $100. Sapphire could be another $300. When you're first getting started in business, that money is exciting to people. If you're not asking people, as you go through them after their first month, as you see the sales and stuff, keep an eye on what your people are making. Know what they're making, and then ask them what they're making. Because it's kind of funny. Sometimes people have no idea what they're making. Money goes into a checking account or whatever, and they actually have no idea what they're making. And you may have to tell them what they're making. You know, you can ballpark it pretty closely what they're making, and then they may be surprised. We've had this too. It's funny because we didn't do it for years, but all of a sudden we needed to start making people aware of what they were making, particularly as you get paid like that $17.50, or the difference between the subscription and the customer price and the consultant price as you're going along. So those are all the little deposits that come along. But then that other, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20% is in the chunk, is in your check. Well, they may not be picking up all that little money that comes through the month. So sometimes people aren't aware of what they're making. So this is where you can help them realize that, you know, if they're stuck just below diamond, you know, they get to diamond, that's another $800. Well, you know, again, what does that do, particularly to the new person that's in business looking to make some money? It's, you know, worth them doing that as well. So that's important. This has been fun, and I don't know how aware you are of this. And for the first year when LifeVantage, when we went into the Evolve program, the anniversary gift was a D3. Okay, not terribly exciting. But a few months ago, probably, I definitely know in February, March it is March, the last 3 months, it's been Axio. And I've gotten some really great feedback from my customers that are, you know, getting this Axio for free. They're really excited about it. In fact, so much when I talk to them, they're like, thank you. They think I sent it. Now, I do send gifts, and I'll go through that in a minute and what that might cost you and why I think that's important to do. But this is a gift the company's sending out. So there's actually, I think I did it. No, I didn't do it. Let me see if I go back enough. Okay, so if you go back to, where is it? My reward circle customers. If you go to the top here under where rewards customers, if you go there, it'll tell you what month your customer is due to get their gift. And you can simply just run down your customer list. I mean, Kenneth's is longer. He's going to have a little bit more of a jog, but most of us can look pretty quickly. And we can see if it's month 3, 4, 5, if they just got Axio. And that can be another way to help follow up with what they're doing, make sure that they realize what it is. Because, you know, the bag just comes, they don't even know what it is. They don't know how to use it. They don't know, you know, what it's for or whatever. You know, I had one of my customers, he's like, I'm drinking that stuff and taking my pills with it. I don't really know what it's doing, but I like it. So I want to reorder more. And exactly like that. It's like, he doesn't even know why he was taking it. I'm amazed he even took it. So you may have to educate them on it, but you can see who's getting.
And the packing slip really is no help with what.
Oh, no help. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
no
yeah.
help.
Yeah. So this way, at least you can see what month your customers, it's their anniversary month, and it'll say, you know, 1 through 12, what month that they're getting it. And, you know, I would just, you know, either send a text message, or if you normally call them up, that's also a good thing to be doing too. So you can look for that as well. Okay, so that's the anniversary gift. This is the other thing, you know, from time to time, now I'm giving out sunscreen. I absolutely love the sunscreen. And, you know, from tennis and pickleball and the beach, you know, I'm in the sun quite a bit. So it's super important to me. But think about this. If somebody is already buying collagen from you on a monthly basis, they're already on subscription, maybe they're on month 5, 6, or a real steady customer, you're making anywhere between $17.50 and almost $40 every month. Well, the sunscreen only costs you $27. So it's not even costing you 1 month to be able to, if you just look at the good grace of sending somebody a free gift, man, they'll apologize if they miss a month or they don't get their product or they have to do, I mean, it's amazing what goes on, the goodwill, that's, I guess, the term, goodwill that happens when you either send out some of your own Axio, you can put it in a little pretty pouch and do it that way. You can do the sunscreen. It's really $25.99. I use like 27. I just rounded up for myself for my cost because I figure, you know, there's some shipping in there and stuff. You know, when I buy this and ship it, but you know, that's an additional $4.30 that you're earning. So you think about it, if you're in the emerald category and that's another $4.30 that you're earning on that, it's almost a wash. But what happens even more so, the person becomes indebted to you and they give you referrals. They want to pay you back. So by sending out some free stuff, they get super excited. And who else can they talk to for you? Who else can they help you with? From the referrals come customers, and from customers come consultants. We've all seen that. You get a customer, get some great results with the product, and you know, they'll be a consultant. They'll just become a consultant and stuff. So think about, you know, don't wait on the company. The company's doing a great job between, you know, if you buy 200, this month it's fat burn. We've had all kind of omega, we've had D3, we've had all different kind of things, that free gift with the Axio. But, you know, I thought this time of the year with collagen wrinkles and, you know, let them know that it's getting rid of the brown spots while they're using it, while preventing all that hyperpigmentation. It's doing a lot of really cool things. It's a great gift for the price, you know, and we get paid on the volume. So there's a lot of good things that's going on there. But I like the fact that my customers are very nice to me these days between what the company's giving and what gifts I'm sending and stuff. So I think that's my last slide. So I'm gonna stop the screen. I can. Let's do this. Stop share. It hides it. Okay, so that's back too. The other thing we didn't mention, the link for Tyler tonight, which I don't know how many of you know about it if you've been in any of the Facebook chats. He always does a great job. I know he was in the service too, you know, so him and his wife. So anybody that you've been talking to that's been in the service, that was kind of an angle I took with some of my people and stuff. So I'm excited to listen to him in 20 minutes. So I think I'll put the Zoom link in. I can at least put the ID number and stuff in the chat. And then if you don't know it, you can also look in the Collagen Picks group as well. So Bobby?
Yep. Well, we're 10 minutes over. We're trying to keep to half hour, but we really needed Ashlyn to explain what she did, and April had great information. But yeah, it popped up just a couple days ago that Tyler Daniels was doing an opportunity presentation at 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, and he met his wife in military. They're both military, and he's been doing network marketing for close to 30 years, and is the reason that LifeVantage is doing network marketing. He was, like the founding distributor. So you got anyone that wants to hear it presented well, there's nobody better than Tyler. He knows how to present it, and he just has a way with numbers and sharing them, and, easy to listen to. So you got anyone you want to hear the opportunity, you got 20 minutes to invite them on. But other than that, we're ending the month. April went over all of that. Ashlyn went over that. If we could help you with anything, you have any questions, just reach out. Other than that, we'll talk to you after the month's over, and we'll be back to Sunday nights next week. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.